Hello, everyone. We're back, and just a quick few things on MLB. Derek Jeter signs 3 years, $51 million with the Red. No, I'm just kidding. Yankees.
That was a slap in the face.
Thoughts on this?
Slap in the face, real quick.
I mean, I don't think I'm a Yankees fan, and I don't think he's worth this much money. But
Jeter's surprisingly. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it is still Derek Jeter, so you have to make him
the
happy.
captain. Yeah.
I mean,
Jeter surprisingly was mad at this. You know, you saw him in the press conference. He was showing his anger, but really, they should have wrapped this up way quicker than that.
Yeah, and he should have accepted less, but whatever.
That's
we won't get into that.
Okay, now just.
I got one quick thing to say about that too. You know, they wanted to give him 15. He wanted like 23 or whatever it was, and he ended up with 17.
No, I think
that's pretty bad negotiations on Jeter's part, but
17 is what he's worth because he's the captain.
I wouldn't go any higher at all.
He's not worth more than $8 million in this stage of his career, but 17 for what he's done for the Yankees, that's fine.
All right, we have two more stories in MLB, but we're just gonna have to inform you about it. No thoughts. The Angels get Scott Downs 3 years, $15 million.
Awesome move.
And Jay Bruce extends his contract with the Reds for 6 years.
Pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. Moving on to NFL finally. Thoughts on the game of the year, Jets, Pats?
I forgot that NFL was even around after this whole baseball week, but oh my God, I did not expect that at all. You know, I expected the Patriots to pull it up. But
did I say they were going to win pretty easily?
Yeah, you did.
Danny Woodhead!
I'll give you that one. Danny Woodhead absolutely destroyed the Jets.
A lot of talk for 4 catches.
You know, he made them pretty much want to hang themselves for letting him go.
1-0.
Mark Sanchez cannot perform in the cold weather either.
No.
He sucked. He was a terrible player in that game.
He threw 3 picks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the Patriots defense.
The one to Brandon Spikes, who we'll talk about in a bit, but the one to Brandon Spikes was absolutely terrible. He threw it right in his chest, and he just caught it. Devin McCourty is sick. Shut it down.
Did I not say, though, it's gonna matter about Mark Sanchez?
Yeah.
He could not get that offense going.
Yeah, it was terrible.
By their offense not getting going, you know, the Patriots...
And there was no running game either. LT and Sean Green was terrible. Brady is a master right now at that quarterback position. He is dominating. He is threading the needle between this much space, hitting all of his receivers, Welker, Branch, Hernandez, Gronkowski perfectly.
I know we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
So, but I just want to say that, you know...
Yeah.
Right now, I'm saying Tom Brady MVP.
All right. So Rex Ryan, a lot of talk for nothing, though. Great job cutting Danny Woodhead. That was perfect. I love that 50-yard catch. That was beautiful.
So Tom Brady MVP?
Yep.
He's the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep him down. All right.
You want to just move into that one quickly? Or?
Sure. All right.
I mean, Tom Brady has been, would you say, top 3 player this whole season? You know,
obviously.
Michael Vick. Yeah. Him and Michael Vick are really the only 2 people are talking about now. With Peyton Manning, I'm not even going to go there because my fantasy team got destroyed. But think about this. Brady only lost 2 games, and that was before Logan Mankins came back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge blow to an offensive line.
Logan Mankins been great, too.
And ever since Logan Mankins came back, Brady hasn't even had to wash his jersey.
Yeah, true.
He hasn't been knocked down. He hasn't been sacked. I mean, you know, to not have the great offensive line and still do that great.
Yeah.
And then to get that offensive line back and really prove how good he is.
Yeah.
13 touchdowns in his last 3 games, I think.
That was awesome.
Or 4 games, something like that.
He hasn't had to wash his jersey, but he has washed his UGG boots, I've heard. So
Matty Ice and Roddy White, what they're doing in Atlanta, they deserve some credit. Phillip Rivers, he deserves some credit, but they're in the cusp of making playoffs. I think it's Michael Vick and Tom Brady. And, you know, what Tom Brady's done after the Cleveland game, really, pumping up his fans, pumping up the fans, pumping up his players, really getting pissed at his players. I think the Randy Moss thing was perfect for him. But after that Cleveland thing, I think you really saw his energy, really getting in the player's face, threading the needle, just a master at the quarterback position, just mastering that position right now.
Is he your MVP?
What?
Is he your MVP?
No, I think it's Michael Vick. What Michael Vick has done off the field to bring it on the field, and now is the leader in Pro Bowl votes. It really shows what the fans have respected him. He's just a terrific player, putting this Eagles team on his back, sending them from nowhere really, and putting them to the playoffs. I think he's great. What he can do in the air, what he can do with his legs, all these monster numbers he's putting up. He's really a terrific. He's really what he's doing is really a great story. And I know I still don't forget. I can't forgive what Michael Vick's done, but I think he really deserves the MVP. And I can't give it to anybody else.
I got one disagreement with that.
Yeah.
If you took Michael Vick and Tom Brady and traded for each other,
Yes.
would these teams still be where they are?
No, but you know what? I think this is more like a Pujols-Votto thing. It's an analogy for the baseball. Brady is an MVP. Everybody knows he's the MVP. But what Vick has come from nowhere, really. And
But you can't put that in.
No, you can't. You can't. But
I mean, if you take Vick and put him on the Patriots, they're probably just above 500. You take Tom Brady and put him on the Eagles.
How do you know that?
I mean, they're not going to only have 2 losses.
It's Belichick's scheme that he's great in.
But still, I mean,
if you take Belichick and Brady and put him in the Eagles, that's great.
All right, whatever. But if you have Brady with Deshaun Jackson, I mean,
that's pretty actually.
They would probably be undefeated right now.
All right, Brady had a pretty good wide receiver. How did that work out? Randy Moss?
Yeah, but Randy Moss, Deshaun Jackson.
No,
LaShawn
Michael Vick needs that big guy.
Yeah, and plus Vick has the running game. Tom Brady, I mean, the running game is good.
Yeah, what Vick has his own running game.
Ben Jarvis Green Ellis has been erupting. I mean,
recently.
You see what Kevin Cobb did? This team is nothing without Michael Vick.
Kevin Cobb didn't have a chance.
He did have a chance.
No, he didn't. Actually, Kevin Cobb was good.
He got hurt the first game. He played 2 games, and then all of a sudden there was questions whether Michael Vick was really going to be the starter.
Kevin Cobb, there goes my career.
Look, I think Tom Brady's going to win the MVP because I think some people are going to dock him votes just because of the whole dog issue. But I think you got to admit, Vic, what he's done is perfect.
For a comeback player, definitely.
Yes.
Obviously, he's going to win.
Yeah.
MVP, I don't see it.
But I see it as a Joey Votto thing.
No,
bringing that team from nowhere, I really like what Vic is doing.
What do you mean going from nowhere? They had Donovan McNabb.
Whoa. Yeah, and Vic's better.
So?
Yeah, he's the most valuable player to his team right now.
I don't agree with that.
Bill Belichick is the most valuable person to the Patriots. I think Michael Vick is the most valuable player to his team.
I don't agree with that, though, because what did Belichick do before Brady was there? Absolute garbage.
What did Brady do without Belichick?
But he hasn't proven anything because he hasn't played without Belichick.
No. We'll see who wins.
Whatever.
All right, we'll move on.
My vote, Vic.
Sticking with the Pats and Tom Brady. Pats linebacker Brandon Spikes suspended 4 games for violating PED policy. Thoughts?
It doesn't matter because they have Tom Brady. He's going to carry them.
Oh yeah, Tom Brady's going to carry the defense too.
Yeah.
No.
Well, their defense kind of sucked before last game.
So why not throw Brady out there? Who knows?
No, I think
Pick 6.
I think this is going to affect the chemistry badly. You know, I think the most important player on this defense is Devin McCourty. What he's done for that secondary is awesome. But Devin McCourty...
I'd have to say Jerod Mayo.
Okay.
But McCourty and him together.
Mayo, yeah. But this is going to affect chemistry. I think that defensive core is really bonding right now. Mayo's done wonders for Spikes. Spikes was a great draft. And I think we got to give him credit for Bill Belichick. He's taken a lot of heat for his draft. This 2010 draft class with McCourty, Hernandez, Gronkowski, and Spikes and Cunningham. This is.
I'd have to say it's probably the best draft I've ever seen.
Too. It's a great draft. And this, who knows? Maybe more people can develop.
I mean, especially because he didn't get like a Drew Brees type player.
And plus, he was criticized. Yeah, Jerod Mayo was a great pick, but he was 10th pick. People were criticizing him for keep on trading down. Devin McCourty was this guy all along. Everybody hated that pick. Devin McCourty was perfect. But as far as losing Spikes, that's going to be a major blow because this team is finally developing chemistry. I know that it's not going to be a...
It's not really going to affect him all that much, I don't think.
It's going to affect the chemistry, really.
But he's going to be back for the playoffs, so it doesn't really
Belichick
matter.
can mix and match everything, but Mayo...
Belichick's a genius. He'll get them through
Mayo's going to get that middle linebacker core. But I think it will affect the chemistry a little bit.
All right, moving on. Josh McDaniels out as Denver's coach.
Yeah. This is like Spygate 2. I don't know why. Why did they lose a first-round pick? They were accused of Spygate 2. But... Josh McDaniels hasn't really done much, you know. He was a great offensive coordinator. I don't think this Denver thing's working out too much. But what he's done with Kyle Orton, making him such a great player, and bringing, not to mention Brandon Lloyd. Where did he come from?
Yeah, I know.
Making him and developing him into this offense.
I got a question, though.
That's great. What?
Who really did that, though? Was it Brandon Lloyd making Orton better or Orton making Lloyd better?
I think it was McDaniels' scheme that developed Lloyd into this offense.
I really think it's Lloyd that made Orton better. I mean, Orton had the skill, but he never really had the receiving.
Orton's looking pretty good. And I think Urban Meyer is stepping down from Florida University. If they can get Urban Meyer onto that team,
But he doesn't want to be coaching right now. That's
he could.
the thing.
If Urban Meyer comes on with Tim Tebow, his quarterback, I think
That would be very interesting.
Yeah, I think
Kyle Orton would be screwed.
Kyle Orton would be out of a job, but I think with this year,
I don't think it's going to happen.
Broncos are having a tough team, but
off.
Orton and Lloyd down the future this year is great for them, and McDaniels was part of that.
I don't really like the move getting rid of him, but
Well, I think they could have used him for another year.
yeah, see what he did.
Yeah.
Give him an actual chance.
Yes.
All right, guys. 4 minutes left, and it's game pick time. Raiders at Jags.
We'll go quick. Raiders are surprising. I want their pick. I hate that, but I'm gonna go with Jags. I think there's too much Maurice Jones-Drew in this game. I'm gonna go.
Jacksonville's clearly the better team.
Not clearly, but
Staying on top of the Colts.
Yeah.
Especially the thing that makes them so good in this game is that they don't rely on the passing game, and that's what Oakland's good at stopping is passing.
Jacksonville's defense is looking pretty good
The
too.
defense is looking very good, and
Yeah.
I think the Raiders have the
And
offense.
David Garrard was terrible early in the season. He's come on terrific right now.
But if the passing game shut down,
Yeah.
Maurice Jones-Drew is good enough that he can carry that team.
Yeah, and Rashad Jennings backing him up. He's doing a terrific job too.
So
I'm gonna go Jags. 21-14.
I'm gonna say Jags 34-14.
Maurice Jones-Drew, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Can't argue that. Maybe break 200.
All right.
I can
well,
argue that.
Before we move on,
Hey, he had his career best game last week, so
True. Let's go.
now he's going against Oakland.
before we move on, we have completely forgotten the records of Mitch and Bedoms, and we will get those to you next week.
Producer, are you on that?
Yep. Now moving on.
This producer sucks.
Moving on. Chiefs.
Let's Josh McDaniels him. Send him out of here.
All right. Chiefs at Chargers. Who takes it?
This is great. This is
a
huge
great
game.
matchup.
Matt Castle is. I got to give him some credit. He deserves some MVP votes
Oh,
too.
I was just gonna say that he should be in the talks for the MVP.
He's not going to be the MVP, but
No,
he
he should be in the talks.
He's great. And Todd Haley, what he's done for the Chiefs, he should definitely be in the talks for Coach of the Year.
I'm pretty sure Matt Castle's the least amount of interceptions, doesn't he?
Tom Brady he's on.
Tom Brady.
We'll have to check that out. Producer, get on that too.
I know he went like a really long stretch with having very few interceptions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Chargers. Chargers need this game. They need to bounce back after that Raiders loss. I'm gonna go Chargers pretty easily here. I'm gonna say 28-14. I think you're gonna see Rivers have a huge game, even with Flowers as Chiefs cornerback.
Yeah,
It's at Chargers too. Going into San Diego is tough. If it was at Arrowhead, it would be a different story. Arrowhead's very tough. San Diego.
I mean, I love the Chiefs.
Yes.
You know, they're that one team that nobody gives any credit to, even though they're great. But, I mean, I don't know. It is the Chargers.
Chiefs, Jags, and Oakland have really surprised people.
I'm not so much surprised with Jacksonville, to be honest with you. Because a couple of years ago, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
They dropped off a little bit, but then they came back, and they're showing that they can still.
I just don't think they have enough wide receiver threats. But what David Garrard and that defense and Mojo is doing, it's pretty good. I wish Mike Sims Walker was doing better. He's been disappointing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I mean, I don't know.